Hello, my name is Laura Gurley, and this is my synthesis project for EDLL 30 through 52. I've decided to begin by discussing the writing workshop. This has 3 separate stages. Each week during class, we would plan a writer's workshop with our case study students, where we'd include a mini lesson over part of the writing process or one of the 6 stages of writing, then have set aside writing time to practice the new concept, and finally share what was written during writing time. The first stage is the mini lesson and introduction. This part of the writer's workshop takes part within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the lesson plan. The class should meet as a whole to review a previously learned concept, raise a concern, or model a new technique. Teachers should choose these based on what they see in their students' writing. After this, students will take part in writing time. They should have about 30 to 40 minutes to work on new pieces or continue an ongoing piece. Lastly is sharing time. Students should have the opportunity to share what they have written every day, during the last 5 to 10 minutes of each writer's workshop. My current mentor teacher in my field placement uses an author's chair, where students can volunteer to sit in it and share part of their draft aloud. When taking part in these writer's workshops, the mini lesson often focuses on one of the 6 traits of writing. The students will then use writing time to practice the learned or reviewed concept. First is voice. A writer has successfully added voice to their piece when the reader is able to get a sense of who they are and their attitude towards the topic from reading their writing. Ideas. Some questions writers may ask themselves in relation to their ideas include 1. Is my writing clear? 2. Are my ideas interesting to the reader? And 3. Did I support my main idea with rich detail? Next is word choice. Instead of using tired words, students should take the time to choose more powerful words that help paint a picture in the reader's mind. Conventions. This includes spelling, capitalization, punctuation, usage, grammar, and paragraphing, and it usually happens during the editing stage of the writing process. Organization. When organizing a piece, the writers should separate their thoughts into different paragraphs using smooth transitions. And lastly, sentence fluency. This teaches students how to make their writing flow smoothly from word to word, which helps the reader comprehend the writer's thoughts and ideas more easily. One way I have taught sentence fluency is by giving each student a slinky, having them stretch out the slinky in correspondence with the length of sentences during a read aloud, and then holding class discussions about what they discovered. The writer's workshop may also be relevant to one of the 6 stages of the writing process. When following these steps, writers should also be checking for the traits which we just discussed up here. The first stage is the pre-writing or rehearsing stage. This is when the writer can explore different ideas before beginning their first draft. Sometimes writers have many ideas flowing through their minds or even have trouble finding a topic, and they can use this time to organize their thoughts. During this course, I planned a pre-writing mini lesson with my 3rd grade case study student, and we related different emotions to significant times or objects in his life to brainstorm and then discussed how all of those ideas would make great writing topics. Next is drafting. Once the writer has selected or narrowed down writing ideas, they must begin thinking about how they will elaborate on the main idea using an adequate amount of information. After drafting, they'll revise. Writers should take the time to improve their piece by rereading and making changes which improve clarity, flow, and enhance the use of descriptive language. Editing. During the editing stage, the writer will correct any mechanical errors by proofreading for spelling, punctuation, and capitalization. The difference between editing and revising is editing makes the piece look better, while revising makes the piece sound better. And then sharing. So students should be given the time to share their pieces often. Like right here we talked about sharing time, so even if they aren't 100% complete and finished with a piece, they should get to share and receive feedback from their peers. And lastly is publishing. This is when everything is finally done. Students will get the opportunity to share their completed pieces. It gives writers the chance to show off what they've been working on. So during a writer's workshop, the class may take part in any of these components of balanced literacy. This is often related to the stage of writing the writers are on. First is shared writing. In shared writing, the teacher serves as the scribe while students help contribute ideas. The idea is to teach a writing strategy through the composition of a piece. Next is interactive writing. During interactive writing, the teacher and students will brainstorm a writing topic and take turns using the pen to write. Instead of just the teacher serving as the scribe, they will now both share this role. Lastly, for more advanced writers, they can take part in independent writing where they have the freedom to choose their writing topic and practice at their individual levels. This allows them to voice their own words and demonstrates the value of writing.